I'm going to open this presentation by offering some definitions first. Hope is defined as a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. Synonyms: aspiration, desire, wish, expectation, ambition, aim, goal, plan, design, more, dream, daydream, pipe dream. Archaic, a feeling of trust. As a verb, to want something to happen or be the case. Before continuing, let's look at the definition of fear. Fear is defined as a noun, an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. Synonyms: terror, fright, fearfulness, horror, alarm, panic, agitation, trepidation, dread, consternation, dismay, distress. More: anxiety, worry, angst, unease, uneasiness, apprehension, apprehensiveness, nervousness, nerves, perturbation, foreboding. As a verb, fear is to be afraid of someone or something as likely to be dangerous, painful, or threatening. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Endall Beall, and welcome to Attaining the Second Cognition. The topic of this discussion is hope and fear, the two faces of tyranny. Since I have provided the definitions of hope and fear, let's analyze these definitions more closely to show them for exactly what they are. In the case of hope, let's pay close attention to the synonyms of the word: wish, expectation, dream, daydream, pipe dream, for these are the actual basis of all hope. Hope is intimately coupled with any belief of any kind. One cannot embrace any kind of belief unless they hope it is true. Since hope is nothing more than wishful thinking, an expectation that something is true, it is nothing more than a dream, a daydream, or a pipe dream, as the definition clearly elucidates. So if you live in a world with hope, you are only living in a world of daydreams and wishful thinking, expecting your beliefs to be true. Hope sells, ladies and gentlemen, because that is all that supports the magical world of illusion called the first cognition reality. How many times have you been told by people or heard continually propagandized in Hollywood movies where people say, "I can't live in a world without hope"? You see, ladies and gentlemen, the controllers of your consciousness sell hope to capture your imagination and keep you enslaved in their make-believe world of the first cognition. People hope that there is some guiding force in the universe, some God or universal oneness that has a handle on everything that will magically self-adjust itself and remove the responsibility for changing things from their own hands. Every religion and spiritual belief is founded on hope and fear. Every ideology is based on the hope that some God will deliver his divine justice and retribution for the sinners of the world, but this hope is driven by the fear of going to hell or not being part of God's divine plans or forgiveness. The idea of hell and divine judgment is the fear element that drives all religions. Everyone hopes to win the favor of their gods and fears the consequences of what happens if they don't appease and nurture the demands of these neurotic gods or their beliefs. Viewed in this truthful light, ladies and gentlemen, then you have to acknowledge that hope and fear are joined like Siamese twins, and you can't separate one from the other. Fear drives hope, and hope, allegedly, combats that fear by making people believe in pipe dream worlds of illusion. The ancient gods in the Hapim Hive Collective knew that selling hope to the human masses would always keep their eyes focused on just about anything but the truth. So they have been packaging and selling hope to our species for tens of thousands of generations. Hope sells and keeps the Hapim-infected herds happy living in their world of cognitive illusions, because it keeps the ego ever searching for that pipe dream that lies just around the next corner. These pipe dreams have led humanity around by the nose since they were created. So let's look at the definition of fear and face fear for what it really is from a cognitive point of view. The synonyms of fear that we need to take note of are agitation, trepidation, dread, consternation, dismay, distress, anxiety, worry, angst, unease, uneasiness, apprehension, apprehensiveness, nervousness, nerves, perturbation, and foreboding. If you look at these synonyms for fear, ladies and gentlemen, you will realize that every one of them is a symptom brought about on a psychological level when someone's world of beliefs, which are only built on a faulty foundation of hope, crumble in the face of truth. All the distress, worry, anxiety, and psychological discomfort people feel when they are confronted with the truth occurs when their world of hopeful beliefs is exposed for being the pipe dreams they actually are. This is why cognitive dissonance plays such a powerful role in the consciousness programmed by the HPIM virus. The HPIM-controlled ego lives in this world of hopeful illusions, and when its make-believe world of illusions, based on its hope that its beliefs are true, is challenged with the truth, the HPIM-controlled ego rebels and goes into denial. To make sure the virus can maintain control over your consciousness, it controls your physiology through fear, making you feel sick at your stomach, or you get that sinking "oh shit" sensation like you're in a falling elevator, to make you steer away from the truth with which you are presented and run back into its world of hopeful illusions out of the fear reaction it generates to control your body and your consciousness. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how fear controls you, and also why this kind of fear must be conquered if you are ever going to claim your personal power as a Soika warrior. Don Juan taught that fear was the first enemy that everyone must conquer on the road to cognitive freedom. By saying this, I'm not talking about the fear generated by being in a situation where someone is pointing a gun at you and you are in fear for your life. I am talking about the false phantom of fear that your virus-infected ego throws at you to keep its make-believe world in place to rule your consciousness. One is a real and present danger. The latter form of fear is simply a phantom designed to keep your consciousness under control of the virus, playing its incessant what-if games in your mind, living in its world of illusionary fantasy and beliefs. It is this phantom fear that you must conquer if you expect to attain the second cognition. You have a choice, ladies and gentlemen. You can either continue to live in this make-believe world controlled by hope and fear, or you can stop hoping for things to be true and let go of the fear that keeps this hopeful world of illusions in place in your mind. When you can transcend this type of fear, you are well on the road to recovery from the symptoms of the virus, which thrives and feeds itself on your emotions of hope and fear. I ask all of my viewers to remember the story of Pandora's box, which was filled with all the evils in the world. Have any of you ever wondered why hope was in that box with all the other evils? What I have just explained here shows you the evil of hope and what it does to control human consciousness. I ask each of my viewers to deeply contemplate the information shared in this short presentation, for what is offered here is of greater value than you may yet perceive. I don't offer this information simply to play mind games with you or to fuck with your heads. I have supplied you with the definitions of both hope and fear to show you how they are two different yet intimately co-joined aspects of the first cognition world of illusions and cognitive tyranny. One can't survive without the other, for one feeds the other in a closed-loop trap for your consciousness. As always, I would like to thank our viewers and subscribers who take the time to watch and learn in their efforts to grow themselves. This is Endall Beall. Until next time, stay the course and don't give up on yourself.